Hi all, good afternoon. Well, I'm sorry I'm late. It's not meeting well, so I'm starting today late. So today I'm going to tell you about a classic story, which is the older man and the sea. So from the title you can say that it's about a person who does the fishery work and what is its life and expectation you can say. I'm going to tell you a little about this. So, as we know, that story about the old man, his boat, that mighty boy, the sea, a few clouds, two or three fish, a few birds, the great marlin, and finally the sharks. Those are the ingredients of this famous novella, stripping out the complications of modern life. Hemingway presents a story of one man's timeless struggle, both with and against the elements. Survival is simply a Darwin struggle to determine the fittest, but need to preserve despite challenges, setbacks to rise the equation, but also accept that events can turn a success into a failure. It's a need to go to sleep at the end of a harrowing ordeal with a simple idea that tomorrow you will get up and try again. The word of an aging author, The Old Man and the Sea, focuses on the realities of growing and the desire to remain vital and relevant. Much like the old man in the book, Hemingway found himself looking back to his early success while finding it ever harder to repeat them. As such, his last completed work of fiction was a triumph over his critic, who had basically declared him finished as a novelist. In the middle of the confusing 20th century and his characteristically economical style, Hemingway makes the battle of his lone fisherman of the coast of Cuba into a poignant story of humanity's struggle to find meaning. Let me share my The Old Man in the Sea is written by Ernest Hemingway, New York. Bad luck has haunted Santiago, an old fisherman, for 84 days. All this time, he hasn't caught a single fish. Even he is the poor widower and doesn't have a family to feed, going so long without a catch is a sad result. Worse than poverty, it means to have nothing. The other fishermen feel sorry for the old man but keep their distance. Only the boy Manolin, whom the old man took out to see when he was just 5 years old, loves and admires him. Every night, Manolin comes to the beach and helps the old man with the post, mast, sail, coiled lines, and harpoon. But now his parents have forbidden him from going out to sea with the old man. He and his boat are just too much bad luck. Santa himself prefers that a boy go out with the others in their lucky boats. They are bringing in good catches. The boy offers the old man a beer at the Terrace Beach restaurant. They talk about the past. Manorin urges him to accept fresh bait for the following day, which promises to be a especially good one. After all, 85 is a lucky number, and the current in September are good for catching large fish. Afterwards, they carry a Santiago's fishing gear home together before the boy goes off to get some sardines and fresh bait for the next day. They talk about the result and prospects of the American Baseball League. It's an important subject for the old man who admires Joe DiMaggio, one of the most famous baseball players of all times. Santiago has heard, heard that Diego is a fisherman's son and he feels connected to the player. The boy The boy makes sure that old man gets a warm supper, which he picks up from the terrace and brings back to the fisherman's sack. The owner has been kind enough to send along 2 bottles of beer with the food. Manolin has already thanked him on behalf of Santiago to spare the old man the humiliation. For the coming winter, the boy plans to give him a shirt, a blanket, shoe, soap, and a towel. The old man only shirt has been patched many times. While eating supper, they talk more about American baseball stars. The boy says that for him, the old man is the greatest of all fishermen. After night falls, Manolin says goodbye and Santiago goes to sleep. He dreams of his youth. His first trips as a fisherman took him as far as the coast of Africa, where he admired magnificent landscape and watched lions that came to the beaches in the dusk, playing like young cats. Early in the next morning, before the sun first lies, Santiago and Malone prepare the boat and drink coffee together. Then, still in the dark, the old man crows out of the harbor. All around him, the other fishermen can be heard, but not seen doing the same. The old man has resolved to go far out today, hoping that the sea would give him a great catch where the schools of Bantu and abroad swim. He thinks of it more as a gift that the sea is giving rather than as something he must wrestle on it. The young fishermen see it differently. Some of them are equipped with motorboats and travel nets. When the sun rises from the sea, the day becomes brighter. The old man has already reached the spot he had in mind. He throws out the baited lines and adjusts them. He knows that he is a master of his trade and doesn't make mistakes. He only needs some luck. The one thing that he's been lacking for 84 days. He watches the bird, the water, the surface, the flying fish, and he catches the bird, the water surface, the flying fish, the plankton, and the cloud formations. He can read the sea and the sky to guess the fisher position of fish. He takes the oars and continues to row slowly. The coastline is cut off side. Now only the hilltops glow like snow in the distance. The old man spots a bird circling over the water surface, indicating a tuna swarm. And he managed to haul in a small 10-pounder. It starts, but it's not the catch he's looking for. Santiago begins to talk aloud, fully aware that the fishermen don't consider it a virtue to speak unnecessarily. He talks out loud to himself about aquatic life, the beautiful but poisonous Portuguese man of war, and the many species of turtles whose bizarre behavior and longevity give them a mystical air. The old man allows him to self to soliloquize. He knows he isn't crazy. After all, the rich fishermen listen to baseball reports on the radios in the boats and the cloud formations. He can read the sea and the sky to get the position of fish. He talks about the oars and continues to row slowly. The coastline is out of sight now. Only the hillock tops glow like snow in the distance. The old man spots a bird circling above the water surface, indicating tuna swarm, and he manages to haul in a small 10-pounder. It's a start, but it's not the catch he's looking for. Santiago begins to talk aloud, fully aware that the fisherman doesn't consider its virtue to speak unnecessarily. He talks about loud to himself about aquatic life, the beautiful but poisonous Portuguese man of war, and the many species of turtle whose bizarre behavior and the clean longevity give them a mystical air. The old man allows him to specialize. He knows he's been crazy. After all, the fishermen listen to the baseball reports on the radios on their boat. He watches the birds, the waters, the surface. He watches the birds, the water, the surface of flying fish, the plankton, and the cloud formations. He can read the sea and the guess of fish. He takes the oars and continues to row. But slowly the coastline is out of sight. Now and the only hilltops glow like the snow in the distance. Old man spots the birds everywhere. The waters the India to North Swan. He's catching hope for. Suddenly, Santiago feels a gentle pull and a jerk in one of the lines. He knows that once the big fish is nibbling at the bait and hasn't swallowed the hook just yet. He holds the line between his thumb and forefinger, feeling that it's going on down there. It takes quite a while. The fish is only goning off the bait. The old man prays that he will swallow the tuna fish, which took pain. Finally, it happens. The fish, the marlin now starts swimming off the boat in the moment. Towing the boat along with it, the old man fisherman start full skill comes into its own. Santu must delicately unleash the line, which while keeping it reasonably tight at the same time. The fish which will allow you to move quite a while gets to lose the bait is in panic. The bait and the hook must move deeper into the aminal sword, thrilling it eventually for many hours until nightfall. The fish tossed and still further into the open sea. The mole had nothing but a small water bottle and a freshly caught tuna. His task isn't difficult for now. He must hold the line against his back and stay on guard in case the tension changes. So he can react safely. He must hold out, but it seems that the fish has no intention of giving up either. It's a protected duel between equals. The fish it isn't tiring. In the night, the old man back stiffens and he left hand completely cramped, box forming a claw. He must change his sitting position and wait until that hand opens by itself. It must ready for action when the final battle with the fish. The healing in begins. Santiago forces himself to eat the raw tuna to keep up his strength. He cuts strips of meat from the fish with his free hand and chews it carefully. A small bird flies by and so far away from the mainland. Peach is exhausted on the line and the pulley fish is pulling. Clouds build up, but the fisherman knows that although it's season, there is no hurricane coming. Then the slant of the line changes, the fish emerges, it jumps, and the old man realizes how enormous and magnificent it is. The second night at Seafall, the old man remembers how, as a young man, he once beat a black man famed as the strongest man around in 24-hour art wrestling match. He thinks about how the great Dimago played perfectly with a painful bone spur in his heel. An airplane passes by in the sky, plankton crucifies in the sea, and Santiago, although he's hardly religious, says a few prayers. He eats a dolphin fish that he caught in the meantime and manages to sleep a bit. Then in the night of the night, the fish becomes restless. Santiago knows he must continue to pull until the animal dies. Early on the third day, the fish begins to circle. A sure sign that it's into is near. The old man too is beginning to see black spot before his eye, and every part of his body hurts. The line cuts into his hand. The boy isn't there to help him, but now the battle must be fought. The hook wound in the fish must widen, and or the fish will be able to free itself. The circle continues to get narrower and the fish comes within reach, but it's not dead yet. It will take a harpoon strike to kill it. This is much clear. The fish won't survive many more turns, but the old man isn't strong enough for them either. Only one of the two men can win this fight. Finally, comes to a voluntary alongside the boat to receive the old man's perfectly placed harpoon. Strike finally, it's over. The massive marlin is that animal is too far big for the fisherman. Thanking her has to along with it. If then he can step Mars, then and he'll go home. The trade to be affordable. This is the end of part one. Second part, I will soon let you know when it will be. Thank you.